aka Boomhauer01. It's been a while since I've been up in here with y'all. It's good to have y'all back. I've got Robbie Vids, MP Roofer, shortly to be followed along with our very own favorite Puddin' as well. Uh, this first race tonight is going to be a special one. A member of our league, Blakey T, his father, unfortunately, has passed. So that is why the headline reads, the Douglas Tuggle 200 at Indianapolis. We are going to start the race off with a 3-wide salute for the first 3 laps in honor of him. So I would appreciate everybody following along with me. Now we got that out of the way. Robbie, you want to jump in here and what can we expect to see from the races tonight, man?
Hey guys, how you doing? And it's been a while. I haven't spoke to you guys in a while, and it's great to be back in the booth. Now, tonight's race, we've got Indy and we've got Bristol. Now, Indy, I see it's got tight corners. If you don't hit your line, then it's plain and simple, really. You're going straight into the wall. And Bristol, in the Cup cars also, same again. If you're not running your line right, you're going to go straight to the wall. So it's definitely going to be some tight, fast, and really interesting racing tonight. And I really, really, really cannot wait.
All right. They are in qualifying currently right now. So
I didn't miss anything.
All right, there is Puddin'.
We are now live.
There's Puddin'.
And Puddin' is here.
Yep,
Yeah,
I told y'all he'd be along shortly, and there he is.
Sorry about that, guys. People apparently don't know how to drive in rain down here in South Carolina. They were driving 2 miles an hour.
I could have told you that one. I live down there.
If you guys could just give me the real quick rundown. Like I said, normally I'm always a prompt Puddin' when I broadcast. I guess we got a little delayed there. I apologize. Just tracks real quick, Robbie.
So tonight we've got Indy and we've got Bristol, and we're calling the Indy race, we're going to call it the Douglas Tuggle 200 in memory of Blakey T's father. He sadly passed away, and I feel for Blakey T and
Absolutely.
Everybody else does from Giggity, without a doubt. If you would like to share your condolences, feel free to put a comment in the comments and we'll read them out as we go.
My thoughts and prayers are with you, Blakey T. Blakey T's a very good friend of mine. I was just brought this situation was brought up to me this afternoon by Robbie. So all of our thoughts and prayers go out to Blakey T. I lost my father a year and a half ago, and it's super difficult. So if you need to talk and you listen to me out there, Blakey T, I'm here for you, buddy.
Absolutely, we all are, man. You know it. We one big happy family. We might butt heads and butt bumpers on the track, but when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, we all one big happy family. We'll do anything for any one of us.
And racing yesterday in a fun lobby boom, we're talking with Kate Hattie.
Yep.
The Giggity generosity has been spread around from and to numerous of our drivers, and that's like you said, I think that's what's so awesome about Giggity is the camaraderie that we have here.
Oh, absolutely.
That's awesome.
We've got a lot of people, not just, the captains, the admins, the people who run the league, but, down to the, developmental drivers and everybody in between. Whenever I was going through my little spits and spats, for the last 3 or 4 months, I had to take some time away. Everybody just kept, telling me, hey, we're here if you need us. You're here, we're here if you need us. You need to talk, let us know. Come back on your own time. Like you said, the camaraderie here, everybody just does a fantastic job trying to be there for each other and doing everything they can during personal times like this. So, like they said, I'll follow suit. Blakey T, my thoughts and prayers are with you and your family and friends, and I am fortunate enough not to have gone through that yet, so I can't sit here and say that I know what you're going through, because I don't, and I'm dreading the day that I do, but we're here for you, man.
That's well put, too. Some people will be like, oh, I know exactly what you're going through, and until you actually have gone through that situation, I appreciate the kind words, but it's a lot more difficult. But
absolutely.
Indy and Bristol, two great
Yes.
tracks, fast tracks in their own right. I love Indy, been there for the MotoGP race, the Brickyard, I've been there for the 500, been there for Trans Am races. It's a fun track and environment, too. And It's a little bit more technical and tricky. I'm sure you guys already talked about it though, but you don't hold it wide open through 1 and 2. You got to hold it. You got 4 separate corners you got to make, not just one long one in each corner. So.
Yep. And see, I don't know about everybody else, but my problem with Indianapolis is, like most people, they misjudge 1 and 3. And the main reason that I misjudge 1 and 3 is because a lot of, if you've raced a lot, you'll know how you've got the placards on the catch fence going down the track. Well, at Indianapolis, where it goes 4, 3, 2, 1, turn 1 and turn 3, the placards are in 2 different locations. Turn 1, where that number 1 placard is a lot closer to corner entry. As in turn 3, going down the backstretch, that placard is further back. You actually have time to see the corner coming up whenever you reach that placard. So a lot of people try to judge when to slow down by those points. But as I said, they're in different locations on each side of the track, so it's hard to judge by that. That's where I have a lot of my problems at this track. So we'll have to see how everybody else handles it.
I brought this up with Robbie today, too, while we were just doing a couple of fun races. Certain tracks, like Indy, the draft will be in effect.
Yes.
So, again, like you were just talking about, the guy right in front of you, you don't know when he's going to brake. So you got to be a little bit more cautious. Plus, it'll suck you up and make that car a little bit tighter. So you got to be careful of the draft tonight, too. But these Cup guys, I'm sure, are aware of everything we're talking about, and they're going to take it handily,
Yep, they're Cup guys for a reason, so I'm pretty sure they've already got this all figured out. They've probably been practicing. I know for a fact a few of them have been practicing today. I was in a lobby with RKM, Mills Nation, Wicked, and a bunch of other guys from Team Noco and Team Canuck. So I know for a fact they've been getting ready for this. They were literally bouncing back and forth between Bristol and Indy from about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, till just moments before I jumped in the lobby earlier with you and Robbie. So, I mean, they were practicing a good bit at these 2 tracks. So, I'm pretty sure they got their stuff dialed in tonight.
And I've been in the booth with all of you guys at separate points. I don't think we've all been in the booth at the same time. I'm excited with Roofer, Robbie, and I'm going to start calling us the Keystone Cowboys there, Boom. But
get her done.
It'll be fun to broadcast with all of you guys at the same time. I'm looking forward to it.
I think the last time we were in a booth together, Puddin', it was for the captain's race. Whenever it was the 6 versus 6 from.
Oh, yeah.
At Charlotte. I believe that's the last time I was in the booth. So.
Yeah, no, it's been a minute then, yeah.
Yeah, it has.
MP Roofer, he's always good up here.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just raining pretty bad at my house, so I'm trying to just kind of taking it easy, letting you guys do the work, but y'all are doing great, man.
Yeah, it's downpouring
You know
here,
how
too.
that Florida weather is, man.
It's not the sunshine state today, anyways. It's been raining all day at my house.
That's the thing about the entire Southeast. You don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes, it'll change, I promise.
We always used to say in Ohio, if you don't like it, yeah, wait a minute, you can have all 4 seasons in 2 days up there in Ohio. It's crazy.
See, the only thing about Florida, you ain't got to worry about wintertime. Lucky.
Yeah, amen to that.
Yeah. It only hits about 30, that's winter for us. If it hits 30,
Heck, we have days that's not even our high temperature.
Robbie's weather's been all over the place lately, too, after talking with him.
All right, there's other invites.
Yep, Andy's going to be a good one, man. You get a huge draft here. It's going to be fun to watch, actually, and how they navigate them turns, because you get a bigger run than you think you do. It's weird.
And you want to stay as low as possible in these turns, too, to get a good drive, but it is possible to run an outside lane here just a little bit, but I feel like it kills your drive, and you got to be careful of the safer barriers, too, popping out at you.
Yes.
If you can roll it, if you can, like you were talking about, Boom, 1 and 3, if you can roll through those corners, hit your marks, get that tire right down close to that inside there, you've got a great line. Your possibility of hitting 2 and 4 after that are really good. So entry angles here is very key, and I like how you brought that stuff up. The placards are difficult to see, so you almost have to do it by feel or listen to that motor wrap out or find
when you start hitting that Alright, if you hit the tack, and because you're in the draft so fast, you know that your breaking point's coming soon. So you better get on it because
Well,
you
see,
you lose
also,
the draft, it's over.
yes, you lose the draft, but also one thing you've got to be careful for. People are going to try to pass too wide going through these 90-degree flat corners.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, if you've got somebody on your outside, you don't want to push them up like Puddin was talking about where the safer barrier sticks out, on corner entry and corner exit. You don't want to push them up too far and make them hit that wall and cause one big chain reaction. So you're going to do your best to try to stay down. But at the same time, the apron, just below that white line going through these aprons, there is a little bit of a curb. If you touch that curb ever so slightly, it will shoot you up and right, and you will definitely make contact with whoever is on your outside. So that is one thing they are definitely going to have to look out for tonight. But as we said, this is once again the Cup guys. I'm pretty sure they've got their ape game on. They're getting ready to pull them belts down tight. They know what they need to do. They know what they've got to do, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be in one heck of a show tonight.
And if I'm sure you guys brought it up, and everybody in the Giggity community out there, our good friend, the Prince of Giggity, as I'm going to start calling him too, for our English buddy, he is now a captain for the Giggity racing team. So congratulations, Robbie.
Yes, congratulations.
Cheers, guys. I really appreciate that, and I tell you what, I cannot wait. Not only am I probably the only British guy on NASCAR Heat 4 to be made a captain, I'm the only British guy in Giggity to be made a captain, but I think I'm the first one to actually become a captain and a whole season is not even over yet, which is a really, really rare thing in Giggity. Some of these guys, some of these captains have been here for a long time, and they've been here since day one, and they've been captains for season 2, season 1, or when it started. I mean, Boom, you'll be able to elaborate on that a bit more.
Yep. Yeah, it's back whenever I became a captain, it was only 3 teams. It was literally Ford, Chevy, and Toyota. And now there's 8, 9 captains now, different teams, because we've grown so much in size. It's hard for one person to manage 30 to 35 people. So, we had to elaborate a little bit, spread that power out just a little bit to make it easier on a few people. I mean, yeah, sometimes that can make for a little bit of a headache, having more people, too many Indians, or hang on a second, how was that? Too many Chiefs and not enough Indians.
One TP, I heard a different.
All right, go ahead and accept these invites. Puddin', Roofer, did y'all get y'all's?
Yep, we're good to go.
All right.
And as we mentioned,
I think Robbie's the only British guy to ever play Heat in general, too, play NASCAR.
The first 3 laps here are going to be a moment of silence for Blakey T. So we will go silent on the mic when the first lap. They're going to be getting in order, getting everything
I'm going to
set
mute
up.
my mic now. If everybody else would do the same, I'd appreciate that. And now would be the time to fill the comments with your empathy and your condolences.
Absolutely, and we will talk to y'all again whenever they finish the salute, and which should be the end of the 3rd lap when they get back in line. So we will talk to y'all again then. break silence here, and I want to say fantastic job by all of our drivers tonight with that 3-wide salute for Blakey. Blakey, once again, our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family and everybody and what y'all are going through.
That gave me goosebumps, and
Yeah, I had a lump in my throat as well.
Yeah.
My son is asleep behind me, but I'm still going to clap.
yeah, it's
I'll
good.
say,
Try not to get too
job,
choked up.
I am
Yeah,
too.
they did a great job,
Good
for
job.
sure.
All right, well, we have got, what is it? This is a 2-mile track, isn't it, Robbie?
yep.
Cause,
Yep. So,
yeah, because
Giggity. Let's
Yep.
go, boys. Let's go racing.
Pocono and Daytona are the only 2.5-mile tracks. This is a 2-mile track along with Michigan and Auto Club. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, very low
So, yep.
banking here.
100 laps.
Ooh. And then after that, we get to go short track racing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Bristol,
Where
baby.
everybody can take their anger out after this race.
Yeah.
Two total opposites,
All
right?
So
Right,
here
so-
we go with Noco in that number 1 Monster Energy car sitting on the pole, and Mills in that number 2 car. I knew he was fast. We've been practicing with him all day today. I knew he had something for these fellas, so we're just going to have to see.
Oh, man, this is going to be a really interesting race. There's going to be some tight racing going on here. There's going to be some rubbing, maybe a little bumping. I'll tell you what, it's definitely going to be one interesting race here, and I cannot wait, especially for Bristol as well.
Once they get spread out here, guys, too, it'll be interesting to see who can stick with who and work with each other to keep themselves positioned for the 97th, 98th, and 99th lap to cross that yard of bricks and give them a big old kiss, you know. I know Caddy's looking pretty smooth back here. He's got that wheel. He's been dialing it in. I think this would be a great track to be on a wheel at.
Yeah, he's not very looking forward too much to this race. He said that this is not one of his greatest tracks. He's waiting for Bristol, but as we'll see, Larson's got a new paint scheme in that green number 8 car. It's not no Caterpillar or anything on the side of it this time, so it took me a minute to... Oh, we got somebody... Who was that, the 24? Is that RJ
Yeah, the
Smitty? It looks
24
like
Smitty.
made contact with somebody.
Oh, he's looking to regroup and reline up and get ready to start his race all over again. He needs to focus and not worry about the mistake he just made too much, and just need to try and get back up there into a pole position.
Notice Noka, he busted the draft. He's got probably a half-second lead on the rest of the guys, and that's pretty good by yourself.
Just scrolling through the field here, looking at the paint schemes, I gotta say that black and blue 88 of Life as a Plant looks pretty fantastic.
I was just going to talk about how RJ Smitty's that reverse red, white, and blue paint scheme looks sweet.
It does.
I just want to say a quick thank you to Life a Plant for the artwork that he has done for me for my
Yes.
logo. It looks
He's done a heck
absolutely
of a job on
fantastic.
all that.
He actually turned around and said to me he was going to do the artwork one way, but he chose to do it another. What he actually did, he went onto my Facebook profile and had a look, and he said because of all the charity stuff I've done for Great Ormond Street, he says I look like a decent guy. This is not blowing my own horn. This is his own words in a short sentence. He said I look like a decent guy and I do stuff for everybody else, and that's why he come up with the artwork that he did, which I will now load up onto the Giggity Facebook page.
He did a
if you
great
do
job
like
with it.
He did. If you do like Giggity racing and you watch us every week, then feel free to go to our Facebook page, and we've got our stand-ins on there. We've got the playoffs coming up, and if you want to join us, just go onto there and find one of us guys. We've got the K Tatty, we've got Boomhauer in the booth, we've got Puddin. Everybody loves Puddin. We've got MP Roofer and myself, Robbie_Vids. Contact us and we'll look at joining you into Giggity racing.
I don't know what he was thinking when he said you look like a good guy. The first time I saw you, you looked like I would have come within 10 feet of you on the street, but now I get to know you, Robbie.
Yeah, don't judge a book by its cover, Puddin'.
Yeah, that's right.
Just like you, don't judge banana pudding by the crust. You actually gotta get a taste of it first.
Yeah, just because I got a bunch of tattoos and I hold a door for an old lady that, people are like, oh, I thought you were going to knock her into the water. What the hell?
I gotta say,
We see Noko up here, guys, starting to run away with this just a little bit. Like you said, Boom, he's got a nice little comfortable lead. Blakey T's right there, and Mills right there too. Roofer, Robbie, Boom. If you guys have one pick for this, we didn't do it last week, and we got criticized for it. Who's going to be the commentators' picks?
honestly, just if it's gonna stay green, I gotta go with that bad man driving that outlaw car up front and them NOCO man, that #1 Kurt Busch car, because obviously that draft, them hooking up back there and running, because I've watched Mills and Blakey T hook up for a couple laps, and it didn't hardly look like they were gaining. It looked like they were losing time still, with them hooked up with the draft with each other, and him up here doing that by himself. If it stays green, I don't think there's a car out here that's going to be able to touch him.
I almost got to agree with him, man. NOCO is looking really stout, but I got to pick somebody else. I've seen Mills started second, and hopefully they can get it lined up here. And as K-Mac's looking pretty good in that 21 too, but Mills, is looking pretty stout. But
you think them Fords are going to get together?
We still got a long way to go in pitch
they're
strategy.
trying. I'm watching them. They're trying.
Just
My
a
pick
long
for
pit
tonight.
lane.
I mean, obviously, I'm going to go with NOCO Racing, but I'm also going to mention Blakey T as well. He's going to look to, try and win this race.
Absolutely.
Not
He's
only for
racing
himself,
for more
but-
than just a race.
Oh,
Yeah,
did we get his
rest
car
of his
spinning there in the
family.
back? Yeah, I think Blakey T is everybody is an emotional pick, but at the same time, he has mass talent too. If
We've
anybody's
got
ever
the
raced with
12
him,
car of RKM
Yes.
going down pit road.
this is a kind of a tricky pit road. You got to come off of turn 4, get down, make sure no one's underneath you, get down to pit lane speed, go down that long, monstrous pit lane.
Yes.
Yeah, it's bad.
So you're going to lose time here, guys. You're not going to go a lap down, but you're going to lose some time.
I don't know. The way NOCO's running right now, he might go a lap down.
You should see these guys. We've got Wicked Gatekeeper in the 42. We've got the number 8, and I do believe that's the...
Kay Larson.
Is that? Yeah,
Yep,
these
that
guys
is
running
Larson.
in a 4-pack at the back. They've been running really tight and really smooth and giving each other
Life's a
room.
plant. He's coming on
Yep.
pit road as well. So I tell you what, it actually worked out in some circumstances last night. Short pitting did, so maybe they might know something we don't.
I gotta say, that 21 car, it is looking like a bad machine. I have not seen that paint scheme yet. I guess that was part of the December DLC. But
Yeah,
I
it
gotta
is.
say,
It's bad,
that's,
ain't it? Yeah,
I like
it's short.
that.
Yeah, I like it.
Maybe
Get a
we'll
message
see.
out there from ZO1 Gaming on the chat. He would say, "Don't forget to inform everybody that we're taking a week off for some little holiday. Christmas is right at corner, so yeah, we are going to be able to take a week off here from the Giggity League Racing. I'm sure there will be a bunch of us always on, still doing some fun racing stuff. But yeah, we will be off for 1 week for Christmas, guys. So
Yep, because I am going to Gatlinburg in 2 days.
That's
that'd be a lot of fun. You didn't
I
get
went
to
to
go
vacation there last year, and I love it. It's beautiful up there.
Yep, my dad has a cabin rented out in the woods in Pigeon Forge area, so I'm going to go out there, drink me some beer, eat me some Christmas dinner, and I'm just going to relax and not have a care in the world for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
Robbie, we all know a lot of the traditions that people over here, over on our side of the pond, do for Christmas and everything. I mean, what do you guys do? Do you guys have like figgy pudding and stuff? And how does Santa Claus come down the chimney when there's no chimney in your flat?
Well, it's quite
Apartments,
easy, really.
they've got to ring his ass in.
I'd be pissed off at 3 o'clock in the morning if Santa Claus was ringing my damn doorbell. I'm going to tell you that.
And
All right,
on that
we've
note,
got-
I'd just like to apologise for the slight language there. I do
Yeah,
apologise
I
for that.
apologize as well. I forgot. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been up here in the booth, so you'll have to overlook my condescending language sometimes.
Here we go, guys. We got a couple more guys coming down that long
Yep.
pit lane.
I've seen
It's gonna-
look like Wicked and no, or was it Larson and Mills?
Bills. Yep.
Yep.
And if it was me, I'd want to at least pit with somebody so I had somebody to draft with.
Yes. But then again, I noticed earlier in the practice whenever I was running with, the Canadians with, Mills and RKM, that I was actually running better by myself than I was near somebody, because as we was talking about, the person in front of you going into turn 1 and turn 3, they might not brake or slow down as early as you do. So sometimes is the way that can throw you off, get your corner entry a little bit delayed or a little bit too soon, whatnot, because of the draft and because of another car being there and all that sort of stuff. Sometimes running by yourself don't really hurt you as bad as people would think.
Yeah, that's a great point too. It all depends on your comfortability too. Look
And
at
if you're in the
K-Mac's
same
car,
party.
too. I like that through that kind of the 21 throwback there on K-Mac's car too. Even though it is a Ford, but yeah.
Hopefully Matt Benedetto will run that next season. That's a pretty sharp looking machine.
Oh, as Mills made contact, I think Mills made up a little time on Noco. He's closer unless Noco hasn't pitted and he put him a whole lap down.
Noco has not pitted yet.
Okay. No, Mills was trying to get around him on fresh tires, so I seen Mills hit pit road and hit the wall and made a mistake.
Oh, as we see the 88 slide up the track a little bit, he's going to come back down. Noco's going to squeeze around him.
Noco's on rails right now, guys.
Oh, yeah.
I'd just like to read out a comment real quick. I just spotted it in the comments section, and it caught my eye. It says, "Let's make this a great memorial race. Blake's father will guide him to victory lane. Tonight you'll see." Very interesting. So
Thank you
just
very
goes to
much
show
for that comment, Zach. That is, like we said
I hope
earlier,
so, man.
he's racing for more than just a race, as Noco and Mills make a little bit of contact.
Yeah, Mills.
As Noco dumps down to pit road, as Blakey catches the wall. I'm not sure if Noco got slowed down in time with Mills being on the inside. So
You know, that's what I was thinking. If they would have did that a half second later, that could have been real disastrous right there. Because I think they're in different parties, so he didn't know that he was pitting.
yep,
And,
that's the thing.
Isn't that crazy, Roofer? How not even a half a second, but a tenth of a second
Oh,
or a
yeah.
split second, if you're there or not there, an incident can happen. You're like, man, if I wouldn't have lifted, I wouldn't, I wouldn't have been safe. Or if I stayed in it, I would have been safe. It's, there's so many technical aspects that you have to be good at what you do, but Lady Luck has to be on your side at the same time sometimes, in my
Yes,
opinion.
they do.
And me, I'm superstitious, and that could be a good fan question. You guys know I always like to do fan questions. Everybody out there listening, I'm watching the computer right now. What's any of your guys' superstitions when it comes to racing? Mine is I've always got to have some orange on. Orange and black. That's my superstition.
Noco's just now leaving pit road, so I believe he did get a speeding penalty. Because
man, he's not going to be happy about that.
Because Blakey just passed him. So I believe Blakey T is now in the lead. Let me switch over to RKM's broadcast on our YouTube channel here and see if it'll load up for me here.
I gotta learn how Wicked does his stuff. He's got to teach me his ways. He does such a good job with those views.
Hey,
I know.
They don't call him Wicked for nothing.
How you referenced superstitions, I know me, myself, I like being in socks. I know that. I'm more comfortable racing in socks. I get more like throttle sensitivity on the pedals without wearing shoes. So.
There you go. So I asked somebody the
I'm
other
the
day about when they were gas pedal. I was talking with Dimebags, one of our truck drivers, so we knew it for a while. He said, I can't drive in these work boots. And I said, I don't know if I could drive in bare feet, but I couldn't wear cowboy boots. I was thinking about if I wore my real-life Simpson racing shoes just to have a little bit of something on my foot. I don't think I could do it barefoot when I get wheeled up.
I thought I was crazy until the esports, like all the guys started taking their shoes off, and I was like, yeah, they do it too, so.
Oh yeah, I
some
can
of
run.
them wore shoes and some of
Running
them
in
didn't.
socks is actually more comfortable than shoes, because you actually feel the pedals. You can feel the stiffness and everything. Like whenever I was driving a tractor trailer, people call me crazy. I would rather drive in cowboy boots with them thin bottoms, because you can actually feel the pedals. You know what your truck, or in this case your car, you know what it's telling you. How bad, how hard you're in the throttle, how hard you're hitting the brakes. It actually does make a difference sometimes.
My wife, she drives with bare feet in real life. I can't do it. And with my all I have is one pair of work boots, and then I've got my cowboy boots, and that's what I prefer to drive in real life.
See, I got a big old pair of composite toe Ariats, I cannot, for my work boots, there is no way I could play this game. I'd be hitting the brake pedal and the throttle at the same time. As we see Blakey getting loose going into turn 3, and Noco's right back on his bumper looking to slingshot him using the draft, going to the outside and taking the lead again.
Yeah, Noco on fresh tires. She's coming. I think that was a really smart idea by him staying out and stretching it as long as he could. I'm sure...
well, it looked like he was running faster on older tires than what some people run on fresher tires.
Right.
As we got 6 laps to go in the first stage.
You know how in Heat 3 they had the no damage glitch? I feel like Team Noco has something, I swear, that we don't know about. They put the cheat code
in from Heat 3, right?
Right, you can gain 2 10 spot if you pitted and hit no on damage and on Heat 3. Like, I swear there's some kind of
along with
this
this
game.
bumper, with this hood cam of Noco, just so everybody can see how smooth he is around this track.
I was racing last night. I'm sure you guys know that a lot of people race late at night. I was racing with Noco and UK Wildcats and Money Mike, and they're all on Team Noco, and everybody was giving them grief. And they were like, "We can't." Everywhere we go, Team Noco's getting it, you know. And they're like, "Well, because you guys are so darn fast, you know. We got to give you a little bit of grief."
You got to throw Jake into that mix as well.
Yeah,
Jake's been really dominating.
That's definitely one thing I'm going to miss is that I'm not going to be racing for Noco's team anymore. I'm definitely going to miss the guys from there.
He said he was happy to have you gone. I don't know what he meant by that, though.
Well, maybe you'll have the team secrets to bring over and start your team, Robin.
Yeah, there you go.
If you want to share them with Dirty South, I mean, that would be really cool of you. I'm just messing with you.
Looks like he is hitting pit road.
I'm just all over Facebook at the minute. I've just shared the link from tonight's race into the NASCAR Heat 4 community.
There you go.
The 2 that I've joined. So there's NASCAR Heat 4 community. It's on there. NASCAR Heat 2/3-4-leagues. That community as well on Facebook. And I also shared it on Giggity Racer League and my own Facebook page that I have, Robbie_vids.
I gotta say, Timac in that 32 Ford, that is also one heck of a paint scheme. That's also got to be a new one because I have not seen that, and it looks like they just took a paintbrush and just splattered paint all over that thing. But it's pretty sharp.
Mm-hmm. The new Kevin Harvick too. I like the bright colors on it. That number 4, that's pretty cool.
Did they finally put his millennial car on there?
I don't know which one it is.
The pink one with the turn left and all that stuff on it?
It's got, I mean, it looks like a giant 1980s nightclub, you know, with all the bright colors that are on it. That's the best way I can describe it.
That might have been it. I'll have to go check that out later.
I've just noticed that A. Trout's not here tonight.
He is not. I was wondering.
Well, let's hope everything's all right for him, you know.
Absolutely.
Or it could be, or at the same time, it just could be that time of year. Family and friends are over, wanting to hang out. So let's hope everything's good with A. Trout and give him a shout out.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
we talk about a lot.
It's definitely weird not seeing him on the track.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ruther.
Is tonight their last night before the playoffs start? I'm wondering if Trout might have been locked in, you know, second, third place, and you know, he knew he could take tonight off, you know.
Let me check the standings right quick, and I will let y'all know as we've got 2 laps to go in this stage.
We've still got a long way to go, guys, and I brought this up last time, but there's only 2 people to ever pull off the double for a Giggity Racing Cup League, and Noco being one of them, Fluffy being the other. So let's see if he can try to do it, but we've still got a long way to go. But once again, that old black car's looking fast tonight.
But you were talking about the points and everything. Trout is currently sitting 3rd with 11 playoff points. He is 9 spots above the
yes.
above
so
the cut line.
Take 2 weeks off, yeah.
Yeah, he probably could take 2 weeks. Well, I don't know. He'll only have an 11-point advantage going into the playoffs, but so I don't think he can take 2 weeks off. But as of right now, yeah, he's good to miss these 2 races.
Yeah. It's going to get exciting after our Christmas break, y'all. We're going to have Trucks playoff starting, Xfinity playoff starting, and Cup playoff starting, and that's.
And I am glad that I am in none of the above. I don't have to worry about that this year.
I wish I wish I could say I was in the truck playoff. I feel like I could give a good run. A couple of those tracks starting off, everybody
Noco
knows,
and lap
and
traffic
tired of
as
hearing
he
it.
comes.
Canadian motorsports. We start
Take
there, but
the green and white checker to end the stage.
See, that's why I think they're trying to rush it to season 4, and so everybody gets a new, fresh beginning, new draft. Rob's making his new team. Ed's making his new team. So,
and
we got
speaking of the new teams
now.
and stuff, I hate to cut you off there for my apologies.
No, you're all right, man.
A buddy of mine had his own team. That team is now shut down again. And I've seen how, with everything that's going on, giving shout outs to everybody and stuff like that. I know Plant, I know everything hasn't been going your way here of late. You had to, take a chill pill with the whole captain and all that stuff and everything. Just want to say you're a good friend of mine, man. You've helped me for the last couple of months, dealing with, some of the stuff that I've been through. So I am here for you as well with everything that you're going through, making you step down as a captain and deal with your personal stuff like that as well. So I just want to say I hope everything gets better, and we're here for you as well.
That's awesome, yeah. And real quick, while we're racking them and stacking them and getting ready to get the second stage under the way, I was talking with Rob
pit
today
strategy.
too. I have 4 to 5 people who are interested in Giggity racing.
All right.
And one of them was cool. He said he was just flipping through YouTube one night, clicked over, saw it was live.
Oh, RKM catches the wall.
He said he recognized my voice in a public lobby, and he was interested. So we got a lot of people out there. So I got to get him to drop these names to the captains, get them in that development race. And these guys, I believe, will be moved up fast.
As we see
Friday
the
nights
number
we
8
do
of Larson
development.
take the lead.
Yeah, you want to come make a name. On,
Blakey T and Mills both catch the wall, but Blakey T got the worst of it. Thankfully,
Blakey T's super fast. He's all right.
yes, he is. Absolutely. It's only the second stage, so he definitely has plenty of time. Oh, somebody else catch the wall.
95 make a little contact.
That will be Taddy and Life as a Plant. Oh, looks like they're going 3 wide through turn 1.
Yeah.
Oh, Teddy catches the wall and got a little bit of shuffling going on here now. It's starting to ramp up now. I think stage 1 was just filling their cars out. Now they're ready to move now.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think it's going to take them a couple of laps to wear their car in to the way they want it, and then they should be fine after that.
Do you think any of these guys made any adjustments? They're already super
absolutely.
fast.
Most definitely.
These guys are comfortable with
I'm pretty sure the only one that didn't make adjustments is probably Noco. Oh, as we see him and the 21 of
K-Mac.
K-Mac. Noco make just a little bit of contact. No problem, no harm. He jumps right back. Noco jumps right back in that traffic. It was probably seen on the lead not too long. That does back the field up. There's a couple spots though, guys. Everybody backs out when they see that caution. This is not a wide track. It is a fast track, but it is not wide.
Yeah, it's not exactly 2 wide the most you want to go. You definitely don't want to try to go through 3 wide through these corners because somebody's either going to catch the apron and catch that curb before the grass, or somebody's going to hit that extension of the safer barrier. So you definitely do not want to be 3 wide here.
It's hard to do in Indy cars here, and they're built for that kind of turning, so you can only imagine how hard it would be to turn a stock car around this track, the speed you get.
We got to give RJ Smitty a shout out for being up there.
Tires are half as wide, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, him and Larson have done good since the restart of second stage. They've kind of like since Noco's been back there in the dirty area, he hasn't been able to get to the front, the way I thought he would be able to. But it's still early in the stage, too.
Looks like Wick has got a little bit of a hood crumple on the front of his car.
I'd just like to tell Noco, if you are listening, as I normally say to you, what you say to me, just get in and drive and pick your moves wisely, and I think you might play the patient game. That's what he teaches us.
That's
it's all
what
about
it looks
the
like.
patience.
Yeah, he
I
is.
don't
He's
know.
been.
He's who was
I think
He's making a
21?
move
Who
on
was
the inside.
Yep.
He's on the
Him and
inside.
K-Mac.
He's on the
Yeah.
K-Mac. Look at that. He just picked off 2 in one corner, guys. He
Yeah.
said, I'm coming back up front.
Him and Smitty gonna have that typical little battle up here at the front. I got a feeling, but question is, can Smitty hold him off now?
What's
Do you
going to
want to be on
happen
the
in turn
inside?
one?
Do you want to be the outside of turn 1, guys? The inside or outside? Me, personally, I want to be on the outside so I can
Yes.
get down a little bit. But no-go right there on the inside. Holds that inside line, you know. But where do you guys
'Cause
want to be?
I would rather be on the outside as well, Puddin'. I have to agree, because if you don't make that turn in turn 1, if you're on the inside, if you can't make that hard left corner, if you don't get out of the throttle enough, or if, say, perhaps somebody decides, oh, wait a minute, this is too wide, I got to hit the brakes, and they lock up the tires and they slide up the track, you can ruin your race along with somebody else's. So I think I'd rather be on the outside where I know I've got a little bit of a cushion to move up the track if needed. Whether than on the inside, you don't have that cushion.
You know, everybody's got personal preference on it, though.
Oh,
you know,
as you
but
see,
I'd
the
rather-
32 just got tight. Hit the wall a little.
Oh,
I like being on the inside just because if you're on the outside and the guy below you does make a mistake, you pay for it.
And Wicked is on pit road. I'm not sure
Ooh,
if he
the
meant
88
to.
And the ones made a little contact.
I think Wicked got a little bit loose coming out of turn 4. He tried to avoid pit road, but it did not happen the way that he wanted it to.
Some of these guys that are catching up or have caught up with Noco, you know, or when he got up there, they want to say, hey, look, I can run with you. So I think they're running a little bit harder, too, you know, so that's making Noco run a little bit harder. And everybody's like, hey, I'm with you. I want to show what I can do, guys. But RJ Smitty, he's saying...
Smitty's doing a good job, yeah. It
I
seems like having that fresh air is
I will
key.
tell you from a first-person point of view, from a standpoint, whenever you're racing with these guys on Wednesdays and Sundays, you know, like I did for, you know, two seasons, whenever you get to the front, if you're running top 5 up here with these guys, don't matter what track it is, it don't matter what point of the stage or the race, whatever. If you're up there, you're going to do everything that you can to stay up there, because you want to prove to them, listen, I belong up here with y'all, alright? My name needs to be thrown into these books. Me at Atlanta last year, when the playoffs started, very first race of the season, somehow or another I managed to get my car up to the front. We had green, white, checkered after green, white, checkered, and I was bound and determined not a single person was going to get underneath me coming out of turns 2 and turn 4, and I made it work. So you got to think, a lot of these guys up here, you know, they all have their names, they all deserve to be here, but they all know who they're chasing. There's those 2 or 3 guys that everybody is always chasing, and when they get up there next to them, they're telling them, listen, slide over, it's my turn.
We got Cash Boss sitting here in the YouTube chat, wants to say, how do I join this league? Cash
All right.
Boss IT. So, how do you join this league? We will give you the information, we will give you the names to contact, and it's on you to prove yourself from there. But, we got a scar spinning out in the back out there. I couldn't see what real...
It looked like it was the 88 of Life as a Plant.
Yeah, plant having problems.
Yes,
On
he
Friday
is.
night we do developmental, and according on how you run developmental, we put you in the trucks, Xfinity or Cup next year. I mean,
seeing how the playoffs are starting after these 2 races, Indianapolis and Bristol.
be a good time to join. Right.
Go ahead and join, run the last 3 to 4 weeks in the developmental with the truck guys and everything. Not to mention on Tuesday nights, for everybody else who's not already in the league, or the people who is in the league in the developmental series or whatever series you're in, a lot of time on Tuesday nights we just jump in one lobby and we will run Atlanta all the way through Watkins Glen and Gateway, just having fun, different series, just getting accustomed to everybody. You can jump in and prove your worth there as well as the developmental, as Roofer was saying. So there's many ways you can, you know, make your name, say, hey, I want to join and all that stuff. You jump in one of our random lobbies, you know, whenever we're just having a fun day or whatever, and show that you can run with everybody, you're bound to get recognized. I promise you that's how a lot of people have gotten their start in Giggity.
Yeah, no doubt. Bad Moon, I mean, it didn't take her long to get her name going. You know, there's
Comes
been a
Mills
couple
making
guys
his move on the inside of the 32 with Ty Mack. You'll have to forgive me. I keep getting Ty-Mac and K-Mac confused. It's weird having two Macs in a race. I gotta remember
Mac,
which one's which.
Yep. And K-Mac, Kevin Macy, which I've raced with Kevin's son.
I have too. I ran with him on Heat 2. Me and him go way back.
Oh yeah. He's
we used to run trucks at Eldora.
Yeah.
As RKM was on pit road.
Who's your guys' underdog pick tonight? You know, if me, you know, a lot of people don't, you know, K-Mac, it would be an underdog win if he won, in my opinion. You know, just
honestly, I don't see K-Mac as an underdog.
No, he is a heavy hitter. That's true.
He's won multiple races with us before, so I mean, I'm not sure if you can exactly call him an underdog. As we see Blakey T passing K-Taddy. Looks like he's finally got his car rejuvenated after that little incident he had going down the front stretch where he caught the grass and caught the apron going into the corner. But honestly, I don't know if anybody in here is really an underdog. I mean, it's hard to choose.
Elite for Giggity racing, you know.
It's hard to choose an underdog, so to speak.
Well, I don't want to wake up the morning messages saying from these fast cars say, "Why'd you call me the underdog?"
Yeah. But if I had to choose, Smitty spins.
On pit road.
It looks like that 24 car is heavily damaged. That's gonna be some seconds on pit road. That's gonna add
probably 8 seconds to his pit stop.
I'd say more than that. The way that hood's looking right now, it is not pretty. As we see, life is a plant coming off pit road. But honestly, if you're picking underdogs, and like we said, there's nobody in here that's really an underdog.
Yeah, if you've made
they're here for a reason.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
But the way that the start of this race is going for him, if I'm going to pick anybody as an underdog, it's the man I'm looking at right now in that black and blue and white and green 88 Nationwide Chevy of Life as a Plant. It don't look like this race is really going his way right now.
It's clean looking right now. That's a clean car.
It don't look like his race is going the way that he pretty much expected it to or wanted it to. So if I have to pick an underdog, I want to say I know Plant. Me and him were on the same team in season 2 when I was the Ford captain. Whenever he was running with me, I know for a fact he knows how to set cars up. He was one of the few that jumped on this game to begin with, learning the tire pressures and all that stuff, so he knows what he's doing. So if I'm going to pick an underdog, it's definitely going to be that man in that 88 car.
That's a good pick. His car is really clean right now. He could be. He almost got a little bit of that safer barrier, like you said. That add-on, the safer barrier coming out of 2 and 4. It's tough, but yeah, he's got a pretty good-looking car. I'm riding on board with him right now. He's just looks like he's being patient.
K-Mac and Larson sticking right with NoCo. He's not getting that giant 5, 6, 7, 8 second lead that he had in that first stage. As we see Larson peeling off, going to pit road. So let's see if K-Mac can maybe run him down on his own. I don't know. Definitely going to be...
It looks like 24 lost a lot of time. He's just now crossing the start-finish line.
Does it look like... I think that was the 95 of K-Taddy for Underdog Racing coming off of pit road. Unfortunately, K-Taddy is on his own tonight. He does not have any other of his Underdog Racing fellas with him tonight. Go to Flow was unable to make it tonight, so he is the only one from that team. So that's gonna. He's the only Toyota out there tonight.
Everybody's still talking about how strong K-Taddy was at Daytona in customs.
Yes.
I mean, it was still being talked about yesterday how he could pull out singly, not lose spots, pull people. You know, again, that's the talent we have in here on how to set up customs and stuff. And he is, it's very impressive what he did the other night. Like I said, it's still getting done, getting talked about because of that. So great job, Taddy.
Absolutely. Yeah, he had one heck of a run. He was the only one, I mean, really could jump out by himself and keep pace, you know, for a lap or two with, you know, 3 or 4 guys on the inside line, just him on the outside by himself. So
it's hard to do,
and he just couldn't get anybody to go with him. I'm not sure if NoCo got a little bit loose there, or maybe that was just a game. But as it looks like NoCo is coming up pit road.
Yep.
Yes, he is.
He gets on nice and smooth. He's got a Fanatec CSL Elite, which is probably one of the better wheels you can get. So that gives him a little bit of advantage.
Oh yeah,
I think
he convinced
too,
me to get this T150 sitting right next to me.
Yeah, they're good wheels.
Yeah, Smitty has dropped all the way back to 8th place right now after that little incident getting on pit road.
Yeah, that was tough.
And I gotta say, RKM's running a little bit slower today than what he was earlier. I mean, because earlier whenever we were running with K-Mac and Mills and everybody, he seemed to be holding his own pretty good, running some solid lap times. It's just like the feel of his car is going away on him as we got later in this evening. Alright, Noko is back off pit road again. So is Mills following suit. He's coming off. And here comes Larson. Is Noko going to keep the lead, or is Larson going to take it from him? Larson gets right up on that bumper, tries to shoot to the outside. Here he comes for the lead. Is he going to get it? Nope, he backed out a little bit early. He wasn't going to push the issue as he makes the crossover to the inside. All right. I got to give a shout out to my main man. That's the first person I drafted as the captain of the Boomhauer Racing Organization, a member of the Brotherhood. He took over for me when my personal stuff went going. Let's see if he can hold on to this lead now. We all know Noko's been fast tonight. Oh, he just dove it in there.
Noko is away.
It looks to me like, yeah. Looks like K-Mac's trying to keep Noko on just in sight as well. Doing a good job of that.
Oh, here comes Larson on the inside. He got that draft. He got that suck up. And here he comes. Who's going to give? Don't look like either one of them's going to. Oh, as Noko dives down trying to get that side draft. They make a little bit of a contact. Who is K-Mac going to go with? He's going to go with Larson. I gotta say, this is one heck of a battle for the lead.
Yeah, this is a good racing for the lead.
Yes, it is. It looks like Noko got that line on the outside, though. It looks like he's got it working.
Alright, guys, I had to go on mute there for a second. Didn't
You're
leave
fine,
you
man.
guys hanging. But no, I've been able to keep an eye on it from walking around there for a second, man. I mean, it's intriguing to see how everybody's doing everything, too, you know. Everybody seems to have a very similar brake point, accelerate point, if they are braking, or a coast point. They're all letting it roll into that corner, getting down low, getting that great exit speed we were talking about, too. When you get off of 1 and 3, you know you're going to get 2 and 4 right, and when you get off of 2 and 4 right, you know you've got a good long, good speed, stretch for speed on these long straightaways.
See, that's what I'm seeing out of Larson. It looks like Noko's getting him on corner entry, but it looks like Larson's getting him on corner exit, so that might come into effect a little bit later on in the race when it comes boiling down to the last laps if Larson and Noko are still running next to each other. As we got 4 laps to go in this stage. Noko will be coming around from turn 3 into turn 4, about ready to take 3 to go. So I'm going to shuffle through the field right quick. Oh, Larson got a little bit loose coming off turn 4. Looks like him tires from pitting a little bit before Noko did. Looks like he's starting to wear down a little bit.
I was just going to say that, early, you know, these are a couple laps are pitting early. Is that try to get you up there for a position?
Looks like Blakey T's just now coming off pit road.
There's a little bit of different strategy there, you know. With the playoffs so close, guys, we keep saying that every position, every stage point, and every final position counts for these guys to make it in. Noko was right there on the bubble after I talked with him. I believe he's still I think he's clear after the last race, but I talked to him right before that. So he missed some races early, worked his way back up. You know, he's He needs all the points he can get to give himself a comfortable bump, as we were talking about with Trout. He's already comfortably locked in, so you want to be for sure locked in. That's what Noko's doing. As we see Noko and Blakey T going down the straightaway.
Oh, make contact a little bit.
Yeah, they just came off, so I think that was a lap down. But look, Noko goes to the high side. Blakey on those fresh tires going to the low side after that contact. Blakey's got the preferred line. Noko's going to lay into it, though, guys.
He's going to pinch him off and take that line away, and he's going to keep on zooming.
As long as Blakey T's the first lap down coming up to the stage in, he will get that back. He's got the talents and he's got the grit and endurance to get back to the front. We've seen it before. Blakey's won here in the Cup Series.
I don't know about you guys, but I got deja vu. Noko and Blakey T yet again.
I don't believe
Right.
that's a lap down. I believe that is for position because I'm watching RKM stream right now. There is 10 drivers in this race right now, or 11 drivers. Plant is the last one. He is only 4.3 seconds behind RKM in ninth. So I believe this right here is battle for the lead between Noko, Blakey, Larson, and K-Mac.
It's coming down to it, boys. Driving style, your pitch strategies, a track that doesn't eat up your tires after they went back after that repave. We all know about that debacle where they couldn't run more than 4 laps or whatever it was.
Yes, I remember 10 laps. They had competition caution every 10 laps. If I'm not mistaken, Jimmy Johnson won that race, didn't he?
I think he did, but Tony Stewart's famous words was, Goodyear brought us. Well,
his
we all know the
time.
rest.
Yeah, I was
We all
about to
know
say,
the
I'm not
rest.
sure if you need to repeat that or not, but here we come as Larson goes around. He's going to slingshot Blakey T, and that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is probably going to end the stage. Noko taking 1, Larson second, Blakey T third, and K-Mac finishing at the top 4.
Guys, we got
If
over
I'd
here
have-
Cash Boss on the chat. He's seeming real interested in Giggity Racing League.
All
Yeah,
right.
That's awesome.
I seen he asked if we had custom setups, and yeah, we do run custom Cup on Wednesday night, and we run custom Xfinity on
RJ
Thursday
Smitty.
nights.
Ever since that damage he got, his car has just not been handling. He's been braking left and right. I'm not sure what's going on with that machine tonight, but it is not working now.
Well, yeah, this is an aero-sensitive track, and as we know, damage won't only affect that, but it'll affect the handling too. So
You know what I was thinking? Because he got the
Those-
speeding penalty, he decided not to fix the damage so he could keep it from going a lap down, is what I was thinking. Maybe he didn't fix the damage because he would have had like a 40-second pit stop with the damage and the speeding penalty. Well, never mind, he didn't get a speeding penalty.
Can somebody read out the results from stage 1 and 2, please? Okay, not too sure what happened there, but I'm going to go ahead and read the results out. I think MP Rooper has just gone away for a second.
No, I was trying to find them in the chat.
Oh,
so-
right, okay. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Ruther.
Sorry about that.
Alright, let's see.
I've got them right here. It was Noko, Larson, Blakey T, K-Mac, and it disappeared on me. Snap.
back
Alpha.
under green flag, guys.
I got it here, guys.
That 8 car on the outside, still too wide. The first 2 rows are too wide. Go ahead with that last results as we go through each.
No, it was Noko, like I said, K. Larson, Blakey T, K-Mac, Ty-Mac, then Mills in 6th, K-Taddy in 7th, RKM 8th, Wicked Gatekeeper 9th, and Smitty in 10th.
There's your top 10 rundown of the Giggity Racing League Indianapolis race. The
Blakey T,
Douglas,
he's coming now.
Douglas Tuggle Memorial. Blakey T's on his move for that right now, guys.
He's definitely driving motivated, man. He's been up there in the front since the middle of stage 2, and looks like he's one of the only guys that might have anything for Noko here.
I got a question for y'all though, and this is kind of, just off end, kind of a what if situation. Going back to what this race is, the beginning of the race, the name in the race, everything that's going on. If Noko and Blakey T are
Making
running
a move
neck
on him
and
now.
if they are running neck and neck on the last lap, if you're Noko, do you give it to him?
We're fixing to see. They're going
I
in the
don't
corner
think
side by side.
there's a lot of give and take in this league, but when it comes to a win, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know,
don't know.
man. You know,
So
it's
hard
really
to come by
difficult.
win.
Yeah,
Right.
especially
Me
with
personally,
points.
if it was me, I'd appreciate it more. Sorry, guys, appreciate it more if everybody raced me straight.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
But it was just
No
one of
doubt.
those things that popped in my mind. It's like, because everybody's thinking about it. Everybody's thinking, okay, he's racing for something more than just a race. So if he's right there
Yeah.
in second at the end of the race, running neck and neck with the leader, do they, just accidentally feather the throttle? Oh, as we see
Ooh,
Noko
Noko
catch
just
the
made a
wall, and here comes
mistake.
Larson on the
Yep.
inside.
It's
Oh
a
my
very
God.
uncharacteristic
Noko
mistake.
is human, ladies and gentlemen.
That's all it takes. Is one mistake. Now he has the whole pack on him. You lose a little bit of momentum.
Oh, it looks
But I
like
still
Mills
wouldn't wanna
misjudged
be-
turn 3. He's
I
up in
wouldn't
the dirt.
I wouldn't want to be in front of Noko knowing he was behind me, guys. That's
Oh no, I've
that's-
been in that
you
position.
Yeah, you don't want to do it.
Timac in that 32 is worked his way up to third. That's the founder of NASCAR, which a lot of people know about. It's a big slider.
Oh, here
Series.
comes Life as a Plant, making it 3 wide. He is getting that car dialed in. I told y'all now. Who'd I pick for an underdog?
Yeah, he's looking good back there.
He's finally getting that 88 machine working. It looks like he might have got a little bit deep into turn 1 a little bit too much. As we see, Blakey's going to give him a little bit of shove, see if he can catch that draft coming off Timac before he gets to turn 3. I gotta say personally, right quick, everybody that's commenting, following along, and watching, and and taking part in all this, thank y'all very much. This is the reason why we do this. Y'all are the sole purpose of us broadcasting.
We really do appreciate
Yes.
everybody out there in Giggity YouTube world. We love bringing you into it. We love asking you guys fan questions and you guys get involved, and it makes it more exciting for us on top of this awesome racing to hear from you guys too. So thanks a
I
lot,
want to
Angry.
watch the lead, but I can't take my eyes off this battle back here for fourth between Blakey T, RJ Smitty, and Life as a Plant. They're doing some heavy racing right now.
I know if you do that one right there, I'll keep an eye up here on the front, guys.
Yeah,
then
I'm
that
still
way
watching
we
the
can still
front.
get access.
Oh,
Exactly.
Smitty and
actually
88
got
make
around.
contact.
I can
Looks
see
like
it in the
Smitty had a
background.
little bit more of a run than the 88 did, and it kind of cost both of them.
That's unfortunate because Smitty was working his way back to the front.
Oh,
you
Smitty
know.
and RKM make a little bit of contact. No harm, no foul, though. Both keep it straight, both keep it going.
Still, I'm watching Robbie communicate with Cash Bones again. He's super interested in racing, and every time Robbie types something and I read it, I still read it in Robbie's voice as they're going 3 wide down the straightaway, boys.
Come on, man. Let's get over here, man.
Yeah, Noko. He said.
Noko
that's
said,
what-
"I'm coming back to the front."
and he takes
That's a
it.
good
Look at that!
way
I
to
can't
do it.
believe that. That was some
Yeah.
good driving there.
Oh, he
little
goes
bit
up on the
of-
8.
No.
Kind of tail whipped him a little.
Oh, the 88 gets a little bit swirly coming out of turn 1 on the way to turn 2. He is on the access road. He gets back on it coming out of turn 2. He's going to catch the draft of, I believe... I'm not sure.
Timac's making a big run underneath Noko.
Yes, he is. Oh, make a little bit of contact. Now I'm back up here at the front with y'all. Here
Like I
comes
said,
Larson.
This track's not super wide. You see somebody getting a wall, you see contact in front of you. You're already making your evasive maneuver to try to avoid that, which you inadvertently can cause another situation
Yes.
behind you. So these drivers really have to be focused on what's really happening in front of them and be ready to make that last second move to avoid something, guys.
As you see, that just
Oh!
brought, Noko.
Was that
Oh,
contact,
shoots
or
way
was
high.
that just got a little bit loose?
I think he got a little bit loose, and he turned a little bit early there, not realising how close he was to the car on the
Was that a
inside of it.
lag by Timac there? Because he kind of shuffled a little bit, jumped forward and jumped back again. I'm not sure if that was a little bit of a lag spike on Timac or what happened, but as we see Kay Larson in that 8 Chevrolet from the Brotherhood take the lead.
Yeah, he's been strong tonight.
And
He's had a
here
good call all
comes
night.
Blakey T for second. That man is on a mission tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
I
he's
gotta tell ya,
definitely-
Even though I picked Noko and Life as a Plant, Blakey, we are rooting for you, man.
He is known as a short track expert, but let me tell you guys, I think he's calling a little bit of BS on that. Those are his preferred tracks, but he can race road course, he can race long, he can race short, he can race any track. Like, he is very talented.
I say, with them back there
Noco's-
battling side by side, Larson's starting to creep that lead out a little bit more each part now. They're going to have to
I
be
see
careful.
K-Mac and Noco is trying to work together a little bit. But it looks like Blakey T has such a good car that Noco don't want to push the issue.
Look like
the
Smitty got a
Brickyard
little
is
bit loose.
hard track to pass on sometimes.
Oh, it is.
You
It
have
is
to get-
very difficult to pass here, Roofer.
Right, it's bad. You gotta hope someone really makes a mistake in front of you, or just stick your nose in there and hopefully.
And here
you can-
comes Tomac. He really closed the gap coming out of turn 4 there, or going into turn 1 there. I'm not sure
I'm
if
not
that's
Sorry,
a
I've been
problem
a
with
little bit
Larson,
quiet,
but-
guys. I've been a bit quiet, but I've been flicking through PSN, YouTube, and Facebook, and
Oh, you're good, man. You're taking care of the people, man.
Online stuff.
Yeah. You do your thing, man. As it looks like the front three's breaking away from K-Mac and Noco. Let's see how long that lasts. As we see
Blakey T
Blakey
got
T.
a really good car. He's coming.
Yes, he
man.
does.
He's trying.
He drives for Canuck, does he not? He's one of them RKM fellas.
I
Being in
believe
that
so.
Ford.
Oh yeah, I believe so.
Oh, looks like Larson got a little bit of loose coming out of turn 1 there.
Orton's had a really good car all night.
He has.
Really impressed how good he's done. If they put a gap on
Yeah.
Noco and 21 if K-Mac.
Yep, as we've got Mills, Wicked. Oh! Mills catches the apron, he gets sideways, and him and Taddy both hit the wall. I don't believe the caution's
Oh.
going to come out, and that is
Yeah.
going to ruin K-Taddy's car. And this is already the 3rd stage, ladies and gentlemen. There is no do-over, so unless there is a caution, that is going to severely hurt K-Taddy.
No, he needs to go ahead and bring that to pit
As we
road and hope-
see Plant and Smitty already on pit road. As
K-Mac
RKM.
and Noco up here, guys. Sorry to interrupt you, Boom. K-Mac making a pass on him. They're running to come up to some traffic here too, but K-Mac is giving him a run for his money, guys.
That's what. Yeah, I was noticing that. At first, it looked like he was trying to push him, give him a shove him. Maybe Noco said, "You know what? You might be a little faster. Why don't you get ahead, and I'll try to push you." They're trying to stay with these top 3 up here.
Oh yeah, Nucko's not one to block. If he knows somebody's faster than him, he'll get out of the way and he'll follow suit. He'll try to figure out what he's doing wrong or what they're doing right and try to compensate on that and try to, make his car, make his line a little bit better. He's one to he'll watch, he'll follow, and he'll find out where your mistake's on and pounce on it where it needs to be.
Most definitely, I agree. They're
As
doing
we
a great
see
job up
Smitty
here,
and
though.
Plant coming off pit road.
Blakey's trying to get the lead right now from K. Larson. He's got it underneath him. Got a good run. It's really going to just...
Looks like
If
Larson's
give-
got the draft from Smitty though, so that's going to help him.
Yep.
That's what we were talking about too. You got to be careful with that draft. It'll pull you in. Ooh, car into the wall right on the outside of Noco right there. Barely touches it. That draft will pull you in, make your car tight. We saw that this afternoon in that recreational league with Boomhauer and I. You got to be careful of that. These guys know that though. They know by now. That's why they're here. They know how to set up their custom cars. They know how to drive these tracks. But every now and then, unfortunately, everybody makes a brain fart, guys.
Yes.
So
Me more than usual. Hence the reason I'm
Well,
not running.
Car Heat 4 it's tough. It's you
Yes.
can make a mistake in 3 and jump and back on it. Heat 4 it's
As
you make a mistake, yes, you're in
Blakey
trouble.
T has the lead, ladies and gentlemen.
Blakey
You got
T
that-
to the lead. We've heard that
uh,
just as much as we say anybody else would something, but that's got a good rhyme
I
to
tell
it too.
I like that paint scheme. I tell you what, that's
Oh, yeah.
a pretty good
Mark
looking.
Martin scheme?
He's
Yeah,
running
I
that.
like it.
He's running that Wienermobile.
Looking good.
It looks like he's starting to put a little bit of gap between him and Timac too now. Seeing how Larson's not in there, they ain't nobody got a draft. So it's all going to come down whose car's better. It's going to come down to pit stops and limiting mistakes. Hit your marks. Race the track, not who's around you. That's one
race
problem.
The racetrack, race the racer, man. That's
one problem a lot of people have. They want to, whenever they're running next to somebody or in front of right behind somebody, they're trying to beat that person. They forget where they're at on the track, and they make a critical mistake that ruins their race. You cannot do that here.
From A-Trout Racing says, "Damn, I want to be out there."
On and off pit road is going to be key.
Well,
we wouldn't mind seeing you out there, A-Trout,
absolutely.
But at the same time, man, if you can take a week off and relax yourself and you got it, you're good, man. You locked in. But yeah, thanks for tuning into the broadcast, A-Trout. We can't wait to see how you guys do and finish up the season of A-Trout Racing.
Somebody catches the wall.
Oh,
was that Plant? Yep, it looked like Plant. Oh, as K-Mac catches him, is that going to be a caution?
Oh, that is not a caution.
I think Plant thought it was going to be and pulled out of pit road instead of pitting because he thought the caution was going to come out. And I believe that's why the 95 has stayed out as long as he's hoping on a caution with all that damage. I guess it's not slowed him down as bad as I really thought.
I'm seeing the wheel and yellow lights on that one, guys.
Right.
I know, as hard as a hit that was.
Yes.
Wow.
I've noticed RKM's actually passing Noco. Noco's actually fallen way off. Earlier RKM was nowhere in the picture.
RKM is a lap down.
Oh, okay. That's he must be unlapping himself.
Noco is running third, and RKM is running eighth.
Okay. Gotcha.
We all know Noco's got a strategy.
Oh, absolutely.
Plays that strategy to the end, so it's smart to let that guy go. So conserve your car, not race a lap down guy like that. So let's see how it pans out for him as we see the retro Mark Martin car, Blakey T up here.
On a side note, Trout, I understand you couldn't make it tonight, man. I'm glad, like Puddin' and Roof and everybody said, it's great that you're watching to follow on the broadcast. But this is Boomhauer. I'm pretty sure you already know that. If you can you just maybe take all of next season off? That'd be great. You might actually give me a chance to actually have a top 5 here and there, man. I'd appreciate it.
That's funny. Yeah, if you just want to take next season off and
No, I gotta give Trout. I gotta give a shout out to him, man. Me and Trout's had our battles here and there, but whenever we was running Atlanta in the playoffs last year, he could have put the bumper to me and moved me out of the way, but he didn't do it, and it allowed me to get my first win. So I can't hate on him too much.
Blakey T, man, he's got a heck of a lead right now.
He's making it work over there now.
Yeah.
Wicked gatekeeper into the pits.
If it wasn't for Robbie, I wouldn't have even gotten Heat 3, let alone Heat 4. I would have been introduced to Giggity, and then I wouldn't have had the opportunity to be up here in the booth, let alone participate myself. So thanks to Robbie to help get me into this. It's a brotherhood almost, It's a family, It really is. It's a lifestyle. Giggity racing is a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a community, a family, like you said. They're kind of like like Marines are, and people that's been in the services together. The people that sim racing is kind of like a tight brotherhood, man. They help each other out in times of need.
I appreciate everybody's service if they've ever joined, but
Yeah, most definitely.
But as a Air Force vet, though, Anyway, Boomhauer, we'll discuss this later as normal. My Keystone Cowboy brethren over there, proud. But no, seriously, thank you to people don't think about this a lot. But we want to send our thoughts and prayers and thanks to the military who are serving us overseas who will not be here to be with their families. So everybody watching.
Absolutely. My brothers in arms, it don't matter what branch, Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard. If you're not there with your families.
Three colors, so that's red, white, and blue, Boom.
Absolutely. I miss those days.
Yeah, I agree with that also. Red, white, and blue.
Now, see, the thing is, we don't have, checkers in our flag there, Robbie.
No, you do not.
Nah, we can't hate on each other. Y'all been one of our greatest allies ever since we kicked y'all's butts, back in the 1700s.
So, anyway, back to the race.
I was just going to say, When is Robbie gonna have to say that? See, I
All
always
right,
make
so we
fun
see
of every-
Blakey up here. I wonder when he's going to pit because.
I'll have something to say, but I'm not allowed to say it right now.
All
I
right.
always make jokes about Robbie driving on the wrong side of the road or the wrong side of the
Oh,
car
the
and
six
driving
getting on
into
pit
whoever
road.
sits wrong.
Yep.
Yes.
Here comes the 6, and looks like Noko is following him. All right. So
That's a smart move right there. That's one of my favorite things to do. Follow
you
the
see
leader.
the
stay
leader
with the
pit.
leader.
Yes.
Yep. Stay on his strategy. Where I like that.
That's something that
so
everybody
put in.
that's something real quick, Robbie. I've got a lot of help racing with DSR. They helped me out with my pit strategy because that was one of my biggest weaknesses. And everybody at DSR helped me out with my pit strategy, and I learned that real quick. And I made a fatal error. I accident. Blakey T gets rear-ended, but in the pit lane. But so everybody at DSR, they did a great job for helping me understand. And I
quick
think
one.
that was fuel. Was that 2 tires and fuel, or just
That
fuel?
was
There's a
fuel
wreck.
only.
There's a wreck. RJ Smitty.
Yep.
Go ahead,
It
Robbie.
seems
I'm
RJ
sorry.
that,
Smitty,
I didn't mean to cut you
Tarmac,
off.
not Tarmac, K-Mac.
Yeah, it seems that RJ Smitty got a little bit loose on that last turn there. I think
And
he was
there
trying
is
to
a
make
caution.
entrance into the pit. And
All
he
right.
hit the wall, bounced off after getting a little bit loose, and then he collected a couple of other drivers, and it was unavoidable. So that's a caution now, and it'd be interesting to see what the guys do from here. And also,
Yes,
put
there
in,
is.
I've been listening to your wrong side of the road, wrong side of the car comments most of the season. And I've just got to say one thing, and that is, I will always finish on the right side of you, and that is in front.
Oh,
In
nice one.
front.
All right, so we've got 10 laps to go. We've got Blakey T in the lead, Noko running second. We've got Kay Larson in third, Wicked Gatekeeper fourth, RKM running up the top 5. Mills, Taddy, K-Mac, Smitty, and the screen went blank. So let me
And
Let it
that
load
hurts
back
Blakey
up.
T and Nuko depending upon what their pitch strategy was. They didn't know that was coming out.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you could predict the future, you know, your magic 8-ball out there, your crystal ball, they would have gotten 4 tires and fuel. But let's see how their pitch strategy works out for them. Because if Blakey T only got fuel and he's on those older tires at this track, you got to have that grip.
Oh
Here
no,
we
he
go,
pitted
guys.
again. Blakey T
Yeah,
pitted
he
again.
Oh, he
So,
did?
pitted.
Okay, good.
Yep.
All right,
He started on the
back.
outside.
Yep,
but
everybody's
there
got their
is
fuel
6
for fresh.
laps to go.
And that's our
Ooh,
first-
I see some
I think that's
contact
our-
in the back. 95. He saved it. He's
I think that's
kinda-
our first Will and Yellow flag of tonight,
Yes,
too,
it
guys.
is. It's been a clean race. As we
Yeah,
see
last
Larson
night,
on the inside of
Richmond-
Blakey T.
This is
No
going to get real
cautions.
difficult, guys, here. You know, everybody's going to try to work their butts off. They've got 4 fresh tires, a full tank of fuel, made their adjustments. But how are you going to try to pull this off? And then we talk about it every now and then. You're
You've got
different
to
mindsets
have
and 2 different
friends.
types of racing. You're going,
Yep.
you went 2-mile racing with 4 different corners, and we're going short track racing. How are these guys going to adapt to this next race after racing this long track? It's going to be 2 different driving styles tonight, guys.
Right. You
Oh,
pull the
Noko
belts
catches
tight
the wall.
And you pucker it up, and you go. Right now, I mean, it's all come down to if you don't go now, it's
I said,
might
I
as
like what
well.
Noko's doing. Noko's dropping to the inside of the track. He's
Yeah, he's
not
breaking the
letting
draft.
Larson get in the draft.
Yep.
It don't look like it's helping, though, as we see Blakey T and Larson working together. They're pushing each other. They're catching Noko.
If I was under my last pit stop, I would have had the pit crew hand me a hammer so I could beat a hole underneath the gas pedal to make that thing go down that extra 2 inches to keep up with these
Uh-huh.
guys.
Kevin
You might
Harvick
need,
something. Put a magnet
banana
underneath
peel. As you see, Blakey T is actually he caught onto it and went
Yes,
low
he
and
did.
got
Here he
some of
goes.
Noko's draft.
We got
What you
Cash
gonna
Boss out there in YouTube land saying that he wants Blakey T, definitely his
Come on,
favorite driver.
Blakey.
You see, go Blakey, Blue Blakey. You got a lot
Yeah,
of
he's-
fans out there. Cash Boss, we really do appreciate all of your guys' comments and participation.
He's within striking distance, and Kay Larson's being a good friend right now.
Yes,
so
they
it
are.
could
They're definitely going to have to work together.
They need
They're
to
going to have to
follow
push.
Noko though. When Noko goes down, they need to go down. That's I
Oh,
would.
Noko's going
Ooh,
to take
but
that
Noko
Chevy
makes a
power down to the
mistake and
inside.
hit the wall a little bit.
He's going to take that Chevy power to the front, but you got 2 cars in the draft.
Oh,
Would you rather
he
have Chevy
almost hit the
power or would
wall.
you have draft
Yeah,
power?
he did.
And here comes Larson forcing his way underneath Blakey T. He's saying, move out the way. This is my race.
Yeah, Larson's had a really good car the whole race. You know, he
All
wants
3 of these
to-
guys have.
Right.
You
they
put
all
them
want
under a
to-
blanket. You blindfold
wanna have-
them.
You don't want to have Larson in your rear wheel. Blakey T in your rear view.
You don't want to
mirror.
have any of these
Larson-
guys in your rearview mirror, Puddin', because I have raced with all of them. I know they will all 3 put the bumper to you in that final corner. I know for a fact.
A W is a W. It comes down to it. It's the game ending. Yeah, we're coming down to the point. We're coming down to the end of Giggity Racing Season 3 here. Guys, it's getting intense. Like I said, I'm starting to pace. I get so excited watching these races. I pace because it's so intense.
I'm just not sure if Larson and Blakey T can catch Noko. I mean, it looks like they closed, and then it looks like on corner exit he's pulling away again. So I don't know. It's going to be tight.
If they don't follow him down there, I don't think he's ever got a chance because he's cutting that draft so much by going down there. If I was them, I'd follow him down there.
The draft is important here, but it's not like a super speedway. You know what I'm saying? As we see Blakey T make that run on the underside of Larson.
And that right there is exactly what Noko wants to see. He wants to see them battling back there, fighting each other so he can pull away again.
Exactly. That brings him another half a second farther. He's really pulling away a little
Guys,
now.
can we get a lap count, please?
As soon as RKM crosses the finish line again, we will, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, we are on 4 or 3 to go.
Woodruff Racing saying, go, bro. Woodruff Racing says, go get him, Kay Larson. Thanks for paying attention.
He's had a great car tonight, Woodruff.
Yes, he has. He's led some
Another
laps.
one of our super fast guys here. When I get into a lobby with Woodruff, I got to put the old pucker factor on, knowing I got to work harder.
Blakey tried it that time. They followed him down there, and look how big of a run
Oh,
he
look at the
gets
run
now.
he gets going in the corner.
Right.
Wow.
Now he's got to hold
Noko
it.
didn't get out on that white line like we were talking about pre-race. He didn't get out on that white line. Noko got, and Blakey T got that
This
run.
is the final lap. This is the last lap. Here comes Blakey and Larson. They're following him. They're following him.
If he goes
And they are there. Here comes Larson. Nope, he's going to back out. He's going to let Blakey have a chance. Here he is. He's on Noko's bumper. Coming out of turn 3.
Call it, boom, you have it.
He makes contact with Blakey, but Larson's still there. Is Larson going to use the bumper and push him out the way? Blakey spins!
Blakey spins!
And here comes Larson on the inside. Noko blocks him. Larson goes back up high, and Noko will win.
Woo!
That's
the Douglas Tuggle 200 at Indianapolis. I do. I feel so sorry for Blakey.
This is why you should be.
He's just now crossing the finish line.
Wow.
Oh, man.
He gave it his all. He took
He
that number
did.
6 Mustang to
All
the
3 of them cars were trying.
Oh, God almighty. That was one of the
120%.
best finishes I have witnessed as a broadcaster in a long time, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
that was exciting. Good
Cash
job.
Bosch says he's going to share this race with all of his homies because it's so intense. Thanks again, Cash Bosch.
All right,
one of
our
biggest
final
participants out
order.
there. Go ahead, run that rundown for us, Boom.
Noko, Kay Larson, Wicked Gatekeeper, RJ Smitty bouncing back for a top 4. We got Mills in 5th, K Mac 6th, Life as a Plant finished 7th, K Taddy finished 8th, Ty Mac finished 9th, Blakey T finishes 10th, and RKM rounds out the last but not least 11th.
Guys,
You know, the Indy always usually seems, even in the Indy 500 and the Brickyard 400, always seem to have really good finishes, man. That was one of the best that I've ever seen right there.
That
on
was
this game.
one hell of a finish. Blakey,
Yes.
I'm sorry it turned out that way, brother. Man, we were rooting for you. You had one
Right,
hell of a
coming out
damn
of turn
car.
4.
You
Yeah.
had one hell of a chance. Just the cards was not in the, not in the way it favored tonight. But once again,
Nothing to be
We're-
ashamed of.
no.
No.
guys, this is pudding. You have MP Roofer. You have Boomhauer. You have the man, the myth, the legend, Robbie Vids. Guys, this has not only been one of the coolest broadcasts. Every time I broadcast, it gets better. I broadcast with all of you separately. We just watched one hell of a race with 4 of us in the booth. Great broadcasting with you guys. Congratulations to our top 3.
Absolutely. So after that, we still have Bristol, baby.
Oh, it's
We've
fixing to
got
get
the
really
short
exciting.
track. We've got the competition coming. We got the people. They're going to let their anger out from the previous race, if there has been any. I haven't been keeping a track, on the chats or anything, so I don't know what's going on.
That last race, though.
But
Yeah, it looked pretty tame.
we're going to go ahead and we're going to shut this broadcast down, and we're going to get ready for this next race. But before we do, I want to say, I know we've said it a million times, but we cannot say it enough. Blakey T, you, your friends, your family, all of y'all are in our thoughts and prayers. Like I said before, I don't know what it's like. I have not experienced that yet. I came close. My dad had cancer. He's had brain strokes. He's had a heart attack. I have literally watched his heart stop beating in front of me, and we was able to get him back. So I somewhat know what you're going through, but I can't fully get a grasp on your entire situation right now, knowing that I still have my father. But I just want to say, if you need us, brother, we are here for you. We love you. We love your family. And Godspeed.
Well said. Godspeed.
And we will catch y'all here in just a little bit for the next race.
We will catch this.
Giggity into the booth at the end of the Bristol race and have a little chat with him. Definitely.
10-4.
Alright, so we will catch y'all here in about 10 to 15 minutes, and we will get things going green again. So I hope y'all join us there. This is Boom, Robbie Vids, Roofer, and Puddin signing off temporarily.